Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. It's going to be March 29th. It is March 29th, and we are 2 days from April. Yeah, we're 2 days from April. This March has been a completely wild ride here with Felino and stuff. Yeah, and this is actually just one of the craziest days that I've been around. Here, where many people are around here. I mean, we've been doing like a lot behind the scenes, just trying to make sure that Felino gets what he deserves, the entire exposure here, just to show everyone how much of a complete narcissistic douchebag he is. And yeah, this is also very annoying too, because back then, like 2 years ago, back then, no, not 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, 2023. This is like the entire drama all over again. With me involved here, have to just make sure that Kenny is completely, like, Kenny and the other people who sided him are completely exposed and revealed as one of those narcissistic pieces of shits who has been messing around and also trying to screw me up because Kenny was wrong and he don't want to admit that he's wrong. And now fast forward today, it's really do have those. I've been having those vibes, and those vibes are completely annoying. I've been like mostly annoyed by the entire community. Like they can't even be very immature as people like me. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know if I want to reveal a lot, but I guess I have to reveal. Yes, I don't know what to reveal. But first off, we just have like 2 new topics we're going to discuss, and I'm gonna have this guy right here, End of Films, to be featured here, just to talk to us today about this new person we're going to talk about. And yeah, that person's a furry and is also a pedophile.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, so End of Films, we have a first topic, and that topic,
yes,
dude who goes by the name of Tony. And,
yes. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And yeah, I actually know like one thing about this Tony person that I've been told. So yeah, he's 21 and he's dating with a 17-year-old.
Oh yeah. Is it okay if I could bring the other dude here because he wants to talk about it and he's coming in?
You can go ahead.
All right. Bring him in if he's in here. Or
I don't know. He's not in a. Oh, there he is.
all right. So who wants to go first?
So let me explain. So around like March of like this month, Tony found like this 17-year-old like non-binary person, and like hold on, I gotta do something. Films, can you explain this? I gotta do something real quick.
Okay, so what happened is Tony was starting to love this one dude, a bisexual female furry, but he was trying to interact, and what happened next is shocking, is that the fact that the bisexual, quote unquote bisexual female furry is actually a little fucking dude. Like, so basically what I'm trying to say is that he got catfished like a fucking dumbass and eat shit. So it's a man, and he was like, "Hey, if you still want to date me, it's your choice." He said this thing's cute, whatever the fuck. Like, I didn't. I was like, "Bruh, I didn't know that Tony's gay." But anyway, Tony rejected, and then we started. How we found out is that he puts his stuff on his status saying that he's going on a date, and then once his status changed to getting catfished, we were concerned about him, and we decided to go check on him and see, ask the questions and curious questions, and we were like, how old is the person? And Tony replied, it's a 17-year-old, almost 18. So we got really pissed off so bad. We literally, it was so bad that we decided to confront him. And during the confrontation, Tony decided to pull out his knife and threatening to kill himself with his own. I mean, with the knife. And then after that, he backed out and he went to cry to his mom about it. So, and what happened next is that he left a call, talked to his mom about it, and basically he told basically the mom told Tony to get out of the get out of the internet, and eventually deleted his channel, Discord, TikTok, etc. And then I also found out, I mean, we found out that he created another channel to get away with other stuff. And we found out, and then eventually he deleted it again, and then he made another channel, which we cannot disclose any information right now about the channel, but we'll just keep you updated with the Tony situation. So what he did wrong is that basically he tried to interact with the 17-year-old. You may ask, how old is Tony himself? Tony is 21. He'll be 22 in September or July. I don't know. But all I know is that he's born in like middle of 2006 maybe. But yeah, actually it's 2000 something, but 2002, whatever. I don't know. So yeah, that's basically pretty much it. Zach, you want to explain, or I don't know if he's.
I gotta point something out. The worst part is that the victim is defending Tony, so
Oh
that's
yes, I forgot
that's
to
the
mention
worst
that.
part.
The worst part is that after the confrontation, the victim literally defended Tony in the situation. But yeah, it's the worst part.
Eventually, I don't know, might make a document like dedicated to the whole like evidence thing about Tony's actions. And I want to mention this, but Tony tried to take down Mean Films' videos on like the whole Tony situation from by trying to get away from his own actions. I just want to point that out right now.
Oh yeah, not to mention he tried to even try to sue us if we kept going with the drama situation. Like he was threatening to suing us over calling him a pedophile.
And if he even did do it, he would still lose because he's just gonna reveal himself that he's a pedophile in the first place.
Yes.
And just so you know that this Tony guy, about this Tony guy, I don't really care if this victim is like 17. I don't care about the 80%. This dude literally just have the audacity just to date a teenager that is The teenager's not even graduated high school. Is not even developed enough to date like an actual adult. And of course, 21 is the illegal
He did.
age
I want
of,
to point this
of
out.
being an adult.
I do
And
want
for example, me, I am 21. I am an adult now. I'm legally an adult. I'm about to be 22 in 3 months. What are you gonna say, Swaggle?
I want to point this out, but oh fuck, what was it? Tony kept like doing the age consent thing by when Tony tried to defend himself, he kept using like the age consent thing from Florida to Canada to
Romeo
defend
and Juliet
himself.
law.
Yeah, he used that shit to defend himself, which is really stupid.
And just so you know, even when it comes to the comparisons, that person who dated Tony, the age of consent is 16 in Canada.
Yeah.
And his state, in his state in Florida is 18. So it doesn't really matter. Things run differently around. So just so you know, just because that that person lives in Canada and he's in Florida, it still doesn't matter because of the age of consent and because that person was 17. Plus, to be honest, what makes a teenager have the business to date an adult?
The victim said that he works with the law, which is
Yeah.
bullshit.
This is something I want to point out. When the person said
Yeah,
he works for the law,
yeah.
this dude is 17.
And a part of him trying to threaten you guys to sue. Yeah, yeah, of course. It's about to be a freaking field day because he's gonna be the one. He's gonna be the one in the wrong here, not us.
About the victim.
Well, I'm new in this situation. I'm actually new about the situation. So
about the victim says he works for the law, but I know a friend who lives in Canada, and I asked him like, what's how old you have to be to work for the law, and I got the message by saying that you have to be like 18 to work for the law. So this is how I know like the victim is lying about working for the law. And another thing I want to point out is that the victim said a 4-year age gap is not pedophilia, a 6-year age gap is, and that's just like
I'm just have to break it to you guys. If that person's 18 or 18 or up, and that person is still that other person's a minor age, it's still wrong. It's still wrong, and nobody has no business. No adult should not have no business dating with a minor. A person's like 21 years old don't have no business dating with a 17-year-old. Not even a person who's like 18 have no business dating with a 14-year-old. Now, I don't care that 18-year-old is still in high school. 18 means you're a young adult. So yeah, you can also be fucked if you're messing around with a minor if you're 18. And besides, I know something like this. And I know this type of drama here really do take me back to all those year age gap stuff and how people are trying to make the excuse here just to have a pass, despite the fact that they did pedophilia, despite regardless. And I just have to break it out to you. Even though that there is an age of consent, I do believe that the age of consent should only be rise up to 18. Like lower age of consents are weird, they're wrong, and they're misunderstood.
I forgot to mention that the friend who lives in Canada. Zach's or some Swaggold's friend lives in Canada. We asked him what's the age of consent over there in Canada, and he says it's 18. I mean, the 16 one it used to be, but now they somehow changed it or something. I don't know where he get that stuff from.
Okay.
It's a bit confusing because my friend from Canada got like the information from a website. I don't know, like Canada's like government, and we got our information from Google. It's a bit confusing, but yeah, like yeah. I do have some evidence. I do have like a proof, like where the victim said like that he worked for the law or something.
It's actually, well, guys, I have to tell you something. I'm literally on Wikipedia, like, right now, and they said that the age of consent used to be 14, but they changed it to 16. And the age of consent is officially 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I just checked on Google, I just checked on Wikipedia, and I'm also on the Canadian government website, and it really do confirms that 16 years is the age of consent in Canada.
I do believe my friend might have got the outdated version of like I don't know, like the outdated like age consent thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's probably
Got the outdated one.
he's probably wrong.
He probably got the outdated one, I believe.
Yeah. And as for Tony, he's a retard.
Because he's
Man,
a furry, so
why you wanna justify the age of consent in Canada and compare to Florida, even though you're in Florida and the age of consent is 18 and that Canadian is 17, and it still doesn't match up, even though you're in Florida.
I want to point this out right now, but Tony tried to victimize himself by bringing the victim into this situation.
And I was also informed that the victim was defending Tony too, which is insane. It really is. And by the way, it is like and by the way, it is like sort of retarded too, because if Tony is in Canada and they still dated, it's still gonna be wrong, because what makes you think that you can fuck around with a minor just because it's the age of consent? Like, for example, I just found out that there was some 30-year-old dude, and he's been messing around with a 17-year-old, and I kind of excuse it with the age of consent thing. But let me tell you this. I don't fucking care about the age of consent. Why is a 30-year-old think it's a great idea just to date someone who's a minor still? Like, yo, that is extremely weird, and it's weird and disgusting. It really is. And of course, and just to add up the bad part, both the 3-year-old and the 17-year-old, they're okay with it. They're literally okay with it. And I do feel bad for the 17-year-old's mother. I only feel bad for her. Now it's going to be the problems that she had to deal with, all because of that relationship. Really. And
I have some proof right now of like from most of the drama, so I can like try to share my screen of it.
You can just bring it up. You can bring it up, and I can share your screen.
If I can try, because I'm using a different. Because I'm using Firefox. So If I can't try to share it, then I might have to like try to send it to you on Discord then, because Firefox is being a pain in the ass.
You have Quantic Friday chat?
Um, I can try to share this actually. So this is where the victim said he works with the law, forcing films to delete the video. This one, so that's like the evidence.
And just so you know that would not gonna work as well because the age of consent in Florida is 18, and Canada's age of consent is 16. So if he's trying to take this to court, the judge is gonna be laughing like hell. And look at this, 6 years. Like I said before,
This is where like the victim says like saying like the 6 year age gap is pedophilia and not 4 years.
like I said before, if that person is a young adult and that victim is still a minor,
Yeah, the victim's a minor.
it's still wrong. It's still wrong. And I don't care. It's like 3 years. It's still wrong. You have no business. You really have no business of messing around with someone who is underdeveloped.
And here's this one. So this is where films is making no sense about the whole situation, and then Tony mentions his reasoning about how it doesn't make sense, and Tony's reasoning is that, and this is what Tony said. Tony said because Florida still has the law of the Romeo and Juliet law. You should know that. And then films mentioned that he's still in the wrong and he's denying it. If film says he's not proving it because in one day Tony said he's gonna take this to court and win this, and Tony said see who still in the fucking wrong, bitch. That's what he said. And if he really does take it to court, he's still gonna lose because that's where it's gonna be revealed that he's a little pedophile trying to date someone who's from Canada.
You know what pedals are these days? They'll do anything just to make an excuse. They'll do anything. They'll say anything. They'll try to justify it, but it's not gonna add up. You did pedophilia. You did pedophilia. It's your
For
fault.
now, I'll let speak right now.
I'm actually done talking. What are you gonna say?
Okay. For now, this is most of the evidence I have. And like, if films gets more evidence, I will try putting like a document of like every evidence on that's like so like dedicated to the whole situation in case I get more evidence from films.
Also, Quantic, can I bring one more people in here? One more man in here?
Okay.
All right.
I think there was another one. I think. Oh wait, let me find that. Hold on. There's one thing I do remember actually.
Oh yeah, we do have in fact the evidence where Tony like literally
When he mentioned like he was in a relationship.
like he tried to switch to go to a different channel and shit.
Yeah, I also know about that too,
His
and it definitely failed.
his channel is
Afterwards.
his channel's deceased, and he like deleted it. It's like some because like someone like gave it out. I'm not gonna point out names. But someone accidentally gave it out, and it's no one's fault. Just to point it out, it's like a different person. Well, let me share it. Oh, wait, crap. All right, this one is his.
Quantic, is he here?
This is his old like the channel before he deleted it, which is his old name, the Reggie Fan 03. Someone accidentally leaked his new name, and then Tony had to delete it, trying to avoid all of the evidence, avoid most of like the shit he done to avoid the backlash.
Okay, I seen another one.
And what makes it more suspicious, what makes it like more suspicious about like Tony, is that like he made a video asking everybody if they actually know who he is, because that's hinting out that
What?
it's actually Tony, from what I know. So,
What?
let me say that again. He did make a video, like, like a video asking his fan.
Hold up. Let me explain this. Let me explain this part. All right, I know what he's talking about. So basically, he made a video asking his non-subscribers if they know who he is. Like, maybe he's scared that we know who he is and shit. I don't know.
That is one plain autistic move right here.
Yes.
And especially at age 21 is insane.
He's literally my age.
Yeah. No minors. What the fuck? That sounds real. That sounds weird.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I already did check out his channel before, and I gotta say it's extremely cringy.
Yeah, it sounds like he sounds like he's an 18+ channel.
That how's that gonna work?
Yeah,
How's that gonna work?
Yeah, nah, that ain't gonna work. You're done, buddy. You're screwed, buddy.
Yeah, how's that gonna work? I don't think it's gonna work.
Anyways, hi. I'm here because I think I have something.
There's some evidence I did share, so I'm not
My
sure
dumb
the
ass.
same thing. So
I didn't save it. I don't know if I saved it though. I know it's in the group chat. Man, what day was that? Hold on. It was March 22nd. It was March 22nd. Wait, let me search. Hold on.
Where is that? I know I had it somewhere. Okay, I found where he admitted it. I think he found it where he admitted it.
Zach, check the thing.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I have to share on a different browser because Firefox.
Oh yeah. Did you tell him what Tony tried doing in the call?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
That's the important part. Okay, Films, can you try to share? Because Firefox is not doing anything.
Okay, sure. Just give me one moment, please.
Trying to stick to Chrome or go to Brave.
I don't like Chrome, but Brave, I don't know.
You should totally check out Brave.
I only use Firefox because Chrome is.
Didn't you used to use Brave?
Yes.
So why did you stop?
Honestly, I don't know why.
I use Opera GX.
You use Opera GX?
The skinny browser.
I've been warned not to use it.
I use it. I trust it. I've been using it for like 3 years. I have no problems.
Yeah, but actually, I also have Opera GX, but I just didn't use it as much.
Go ahead and share it.
All right, I'm gonna share.
Yes. So.
Yeah.
This is where he mentioned.
See, that's the problem. See, that's where the problems began because he thought it was some bisexual for female furry on TikTok.
Bro does not even know how to get a real woman in real life.
Yeah, those are screenshots I sent. Those were my screenshots, by the way.
So this guy's actually expecting some female, huh?
Yeah, he was expecting it, but turns out he got fucked over by a 17-year-old.
He got catfish, indeed.
This is where.
Turns out he's hiding some demons, bro. Like, no.
This is where Tony
Okay.
said, like,
All right, yeah.
Okay.
This part right here infuriates me because it doesn't matter if the age of consent is 16. It doesn't
It
fucking
also-
matter.
It also infuriates me too, because bro,
Like,
it
bro,
doesn't
think
even
about it.
matter.
Like, think about it.
you wanna fuck someone who's in Canada, but
fucking mess.
you're
I mean-
age consent is 18.
I mean, I think about it for a sec. He keeps saying the age gap is 4 years. So the dude's still a minor. Like, what the
The fact
like?
is
What is that
fu-
gonna change? Like, what's that gonna change if it's 4 years? If it's 4 years, okay, that's cool. But he's 17. He's still legally a minor. You're not legally a minor in Canada until 18 or 19.
Yeah, you're 17. Yeah, this minor's 17. You're 21.
It doesn't matter. Like, dog, it doesn't matter. Like, why? Like, why even trying to fight it? Like,
Yeah, none of this
you know
matters.
what you did. Like, you know what you did. Like, instead of trying to fucking act defensive over, why don't you
There's
just
no
come
point of
clean?
fighting it anymore.
Just come clean. Like, damn, bro.
I don't think he's not gonna come.
And he keeps
They're
pulling,
up
and he
on-
keeps pulling this bullshit, saying, keep talking about the Romeo and Juliet laws.
That's pretty. Like,
Pulling that.
I was
He's
gonna
pulling
point
that.
I was gonna point that shit out like in a few minutes. Like,
I mean,
a
what
few
type
minutes
of what
ago.
sort of bullshit is that? Like,
Like,
look at this though.
fuck
On
is the
there right
Romeo
now
and
with
Juliet?
bisexual
Like,
female
asking
person.
you.
Shut the fuck up.
It's
I don't want to
insanity,
hear that
bro.
furry bullshit.
Fucking insane. It's fucking insanity. I tell you that right now.
And this is where he mentioned how he got catfished.
Freaking catfish.
I was gonna call my friends, and before like the whole like drama happened, this was pretty funny. And this is the video where he
this
he explained the whole situation. This is what he said.
I
like,
remember he was justifying that his birthday is in August. Okay, but he's still legally a minor. You know, legally, like,
Yeah, definitely.
it doesn't change anything. It doesn't. Like, what the
None
fuck,
of this
bro?
will change shit.
And this guy keeps sending me voice messages, bro, trying to defend himself. It's all over, bro. Like,
Yeah. Wow, like he's like, this one's really trying.
it's funny. It's funny because even his mom. Did y'all tell him that
his own
he
mother-
threatened?
his own
Yeah,
mother
the-
offended him.
No, he threatened to sue us, take us to court and shit.
His own mother defended himself.
Yeah, and the fact that Tony threatened to take us to court, like, damn, all right, damn, all right, like, you wanna take us to court? Shit, I got proof, buddy.
Film's looking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I got it.
Seriously, bro?
Cause
This.
This is where before.
oi go mapinga.
This fucking dumbass.
Look at this shit right now.
Look
This is
at
before
I mean,
Tony blocked films.
this same type of behavior from people who got caught messing around with minors.
It matters, guys. It matters because they're 17. Yeah, nah, bro. Yeah, buddy. Listen. If he actually takes us to court, then
Yeah, that's like
cool.
a dick move to be honest. Like,
That'll be cool because then I can show everything.
Also, there's another proof where the victim defended Tony.
this is
Yeah.
like,
Oh man.
yeah, this is where the victim.
Anyways, I'm done with what I'm gonna do, so I'm going to clock out.
Alright.
All right, so long. Yeah, let's just read this one. Hey, hold up there. Stop this bullshit now, guys. See the pedal. You just want to be friends with me, and truly, if you got something to say, keep it to yourself. That's what this is called.
The fact this fucker said he just wants to be friends with me. He originally asked Neon the Fox on a date, not just to be friends. That's really stupid.
And for the number 2 part, what does weakness have to do of having something to say if you wanted just to say it out loud? If I'm gonna say shit, I'm gonna say shit. I can hurt your feelings. And of course, I don't even see what does that person mean when it comes to saying weakness. I mean, can you just at least elaborate on what you're saying when it comes to weakness? It's because of keeping what you're gonna say to yourself. yeah, I don't really think that's gonna work like that. I really don't. And yeah, to be honest though, this type of genre here is one complete pain in the ass there, you know. It's like the same cycle to me. I even have thoughts and dreams about it. And yeah, like all this it is surprising, but at the same time I do see a cycle, and it's like the same old cycle that I've been hearing, that I've been seeing like for over in the last few years after finding out finding out that who actually did was wrong, and that is grooming minors.
And here comes the part where the mom, where Tony interacted with the mama.
And she said that it's not your fault. You're doing what is making you do this. Stop it right now. And then she said, "Those people call you weird. Don't talk to them anymore."
I was not Tony's friend like since August. I had to unfriend Tony like for a good reason, August, because of how immature he was. Like that's why I want to point it out. Like Tony is like really immature, to be honest. I just want to point that out right now.
And you know what? And you know what, guys? This right here is I don't really have the words to say this. You know, it's just another dumb old error here. Just wanted to defend their own flesh and blood, despite the fact that they did some bad things, and that is grooming kids. Yeah, like this really got me shaking my head. You know, it is really like the part of him, the part of him being defended by his own mother. It really do. It really do think that the mother or father just don't care about what the son's doing. As long as they're not doing anymore, it's fine. But at the same time, you better just have your son you know, do whatever the fuck you want instead of just turning your son in, and then so he can take the accountability of his actions. You know, that's what a parent should do. That's what a parent should really do here. Make sure that your son can be held accountable if you do pedophilia shit. You know, if I did the same things to him, my mom would kill me. She don't really condone for this pedophilia shit. You know, she'll scold me. She'll have me arrested. She'll have me arrested as a sex offender, all that kind of stuff. She do not play. She's one of the people who do not play when it comes to pedophilia. But Tony's mom, on the other hand, yeah, she better just play. She better just play and be all defensive. And that is one of the biggest problems that I actually have. And that is what I'm really concerned about. Parents defending their own sons, no matter what. Even if that person groomed like over what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minors on Discord or Snapchat or Instagram. You know, the mother's always gotta be in the freaking rescue. And that shit really pisses me off. It pisses me off the most. It really do. And I actually do feel sorry for. I really do feel sorry for the victim, because I do think that the victim is manipulated, of course.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to Tony being that soft, that being so that saw here trying to hide and suddenly exceed again because people finally knows who he really is. Just some people knows who he really is, and yeah, I think it's best for him just to fuck off, just to get the fuck out of here. Leave the internet. Stop talking to kids. Okay, that ain't gonna work. And you staying on the internet and you getting the praise of your own mother here defending you, that shit ain't gonna work. None of it will work. Even when it comes to the victim being defending you, that's also not gonna work because you still gonna have negative perception. The only thing that you will have to do is to get the fuck out of the internet, stop going online, and staying away from children, IRL and online.
There's one thing I almost forgot to mention. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, we confronted the victim. At the time I was making the video. So anyway, I asked him why are you defending him in the first place, and he was like, I don't give a fuck about that part. You should have to expose him. That's bullying. Not cool.
What is he saying? What is he saying? Bullying?
He's trying to say that exposing is bullying and all that.
How is that? How is bullying? How is that? I just want to know how is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And the part that victim actually said that he's not defending anybody, but he's literally defending Tony. Like, he really is defending that guy. And I just don't really understand people like the victim, of course.
Pretty crazy how.
Yeah, it really is.
Like
even when it comes to the examples, that victim still wanna say otherwise.
Yeah.
Bro really did pull a mini lad.
Yeah, that victim still wanna say otherwise, but there's only one thing. The only one thing the victim should do is just face it. Just face it. The real proof is out there. None that is going to cover your lies. None that is going to recover any type of defending opinions on Tony. It's over for him. There's nothing else you guys could do. There's nothing else that the victim and Tony would do. It's over, and it has to be over. There's no way that Tony would even be forgiven for what he has done. He a pedo. He's done. He is definitely done.
Like once you go pedophile, you can't go back.
Definitely. It's over for you. It's all over. I've been saying this for like millions of times. And I do get tired of saying it because of the tone of my voice. I mean, it's all this stuff is just, you're done. You're done. You're finished. What else will you can do? Leave the internet. Just fuck off.
I want to bet Tony is.
All right.
We are discussing about a person named Tony who. Okay, so long story. Okay, so I'm trying to make the story short, but Tony contacted a minor, got into a relationship, and then realized that he was dating a non-binary person, and then we found out the minor is 17. So we confronted him. He tried to kill himself, but his mother stopped him. And then he was like, "My mother told me to get off the devices." And then he pretty much like, fuck. And then like after that, the victim defended him, tried to claim that he works for the law while this person is 17. And then Tony's in a new identity. I don't know what he's doing, but I really don't care what he's doing. I don't even care what he's doing. So yeah, that's the story.
Yeah, so that's the recap here. That's definitely the recap. Dude from Florida, 21, trying to date a minor, trying to date someone who's like 17 in Canada, from Canada. Turns out that he was catfish, but it still really didn't matter to him. But they're trying to bring up the 80% excuse, but it still doesn't matter because he in Florida, and Florida's 80% is 18, and the victim is in Canada, and the Canada's 80% is 16. So if you actually date someone who's 17 in Florida, it really still didn't add up the case. Despite the 80%, you still just add the case, and it also doesn't add the case that you don't have no business being with someone who is still a minor. Still though. Also have the example that before, and yeah, they also both of them bring up the age of consent laws again, but it still doesn't matter, and that example is from some 30-year-old who's being a 17-year-old, and they were okay with it, but to be honest, it's still fucked up. It really is. Okay, hold on, guys. Yeah, I guess that's the end of this topic right here. Also, Goal, like, just thank you so much for adding more information. And I would like to thank you, of course, for introducing me to this some pointless little retard that screwed himself over.
I will. Me and Films might try to make a document like for more evidence of like the whole situation, if we can. So.
All right. All right, so we're going to move on to this. Okay, we're going to move on to Megan now. Now, I heard that Megan admitted of doing creepy role plays with someone younger. And yes,
Erotic roleplay.
and as I look at the comment section, they're saying that she was 16 when she do those role plays. In fact, this is some type of role plays that there it is. What Megan did was admitting that she did feet role plays with a minor. And yeah. And there's a screenshot of it too. I can also put it up on my YouTube. I can also put it up for my YouTube. And but then suddenly when that confession was exposed, Kenny, on the other hand, he came in to aid Megan, saying that she was a person or some kind of insect element bullshit. But all of that is just it was just utter bullshit.
Imagine using insect elements.
Just like Kenny trying to excuse the fact that he didn't do pedophilia, but I know for a fact that Kenny made so many alts. He made like so many alts. I don't know why, but I can recall they made like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 alts and they are one of the alts that I can confirm that it's him, and also also have a contact with that alt as well. Yeah, and and I also showed that this alt have the same Discord ID from the evidence that was shown, and just I thought it was bullshit at first, but now I'm starting to realize. I guess. So I'm just good to so I'm just good to go to my YouTube and just show you guys what I mean.
Using inspect element, plugging that to inspect element is fucking crazy.
Also, the irony part of Megan is that when Kenny and Megan confronted me over it's probably either me making Asian stereotype jokes or transphobic in general, all that BS.
I don't get how stupid the whole like gay community is. Like, I know I'm part of it, but I'm just more different than like how the hell how they act in the community. I'm just like I'm just more different than most of the people in the gay community because I'm still part of it, but I don't know like I don't know like fuck like okay, yeah, never mind. Fuck. Oh yeah, okay. Like like what the hell? Like how the hell is it like inspect element? It makes no sense. What the fuck? I wonder when the day Kenny's actually just gonna like give up for once and like I don't know like when you actually give up for once. This is my question. Chronic, you're muted. I don't know if you're even saying nothing.
All right. So this is it right here. This is the evidence. Oh man.
I actually wish I could see like the full picture, but
I can't even. I don't even know why. I don't even know why they. I was trying to get the full picture. I don't even know why I can't see why no one can even see the full picture. It doesn't really make no sense.
it's pretty stupid.
It really doesn't make no sense. But yeah, this is what Megan has said. Blah blah blah. Taking to do role plays, but I need to get the blame on maybe him. I think. Promise you won't leak. I assume something won't leak. So meaning that Megan made someone to do role plays with a minor, allegedly, and then suddenly just trying to get the blame on that person as well. Yeah, that's her confession right here. And she thinks that none of this is gonna be leaked to the public. Well, not really. And yeah, and this is what Kenny is also says. Inspect element or imposter, all that kind of shit. But to be honest,
Ironic that, to be
I don't
honest,
really, I don't really think that's inspect element. I don't really think that's the imposter count. I don't really think that those screenshots were real. I was confirmed that those screenshots were actually real. Yeah, I heard it is real. Also, this is what he also says that he do not own this Philadelphian imposter account, and he was slandered. And some guy, the owners of the retard Craft account, said that he was told to impersonate me. Yeah, but I'm just gonna tell you guys this. This is
what the fuck?
yeah. This is what I also want you guys to show. This is what I also want to show you.
What the hell is a retard craft? Is it like mentally or physically?
Mentally, I believe. Oh, and there's another screenshot too of Kenny confessing that he once dated a 12-year-old.
Oh my freaking god!
Like the fact Kenny's trying to deny it is actually really insane.
Oh yeah, this is from 2024 too.
So there's been like this for like a whole year, and he's been denying this for like pretty much a year. Then
I do not want to go into much detail, but there's been plenty of shit has been going around behind closed doors at Discord. I don't want to spread out. Okay, I really just don't want to spread out here. But yeah, this right here, I know this is legit. No imposter, no nothing. This is legit here. And this guy's trying to throw in this all this pedophilia bullshit, but he had pedophile himself. So this guy is a hypocrite. He's definitely a hypocrite. And now moving on to my channel again. I can show you guys that the way he done is like completely legit. Oh, there it is. Wait. Oh yeah, there it is. Funny. It's funny that you didn't realize that the account you said was some imposter is actually your alt the whole time. Remember the conversation that we had before? And yeah, this is the conversations I had before with this Philadelphian imposter. And yeah, we have this she-ass conversation there before. And yeah, I don't believe in non-binary stuff. But just like I said before, there are only two genders. Right? There are only two genders.
Like, you cannot keep adding more genders. That's just stupid.
Yeah. And look, this right here is look. This is the same ID of this Philadelphian account. And it was made like March 2023. And this is the same ID. Look, this is the same ID as come on. This one. This is the same ID. This is the same ID. 108 205 203 3015 042 6674. Go back to this ID. 108 205 108 245 203 015 042 6674. This right here, this is the same ID. I'm gonna say those numbers again. 108 205, 108 245 2030 150 426 108 245 2030 150 426 Same ID. This is the same ID of this so-called imposter account that I interacted with before, and that is actually his own alternative Discord account.
Like the more lies Kenny makes, the more he's gonna get in trouble for.
And look, and I also made another post there as well. I heard Kenny. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did make another post by mistake. So I heard Kenny try. I heard Kenny try to lie and say that the account was supposed to say that's a pedophile. Pedo was an imposter. However, it's just one of his also the same ID as one Enough Films and I had interactions with before. While discussing the situation with him and Retard Craft. And I don't know why. I don't know why I can't even show a whole picture here. Yeah, bear with me, guys. YouTube is my internet's fucking fucked up. Yeah, this is alt right here. This television alt right here. And this is the altercations that we had before with me and Enough Films. This is from last year in December. And of course, this is like before that we've been beefing with the HXR because of him. Exactly. I mean, I know how crazy I know how dangerous the HXR is. And yeah, I know how dangerous the HXR is before. So I have to declare neutrality just in case the HXR didn't get me. Because I was against these guys. There's so many people who are against these guys because of Kenny. Because of him. Like he really just jacked all of us, the XSR, so the XSR would fuck all of us over. But yeah. Also, I'm gonna show you guys the full pictures in a different tab. You know what? Whatever. Well, yeah. This is what. Yeah. And shout out for Star Luigi here for the proof. And yeah, this is this actually shows how much of a lying piece of crap Kenny really is. And of course, it doesn't really deny the fact that he uses that same alt just to mess with some other person and who's like older than him. And then back then in 2024, like in August, he would admit that he once dated someone who was like over 12 years old. So like all this time, like we've been all lied to by him. And after all this evidence that has been spread out to the public from me and from the other people, there's no point. There is definitely no point of him turning back. Like he's already to a point that he's just going to quit. Just
Wait.
quit. Just
Wait, Chronic. Alan Baker said something about like Kenny in the comments. Like he pointed out something.
did Kenny actually just admit that he likes little girl? Well, Kenny did said that he once dated a 12-year-old when he was 18. So I guess that makes sense. Chronic is end up films is Chronic end up films Megan a pedophile? Yes or no? I need an answer. Oh, so you want to know if Megan's a pedophile? Okay. I did found out. Okay, from the chat, I did found out that Megan is 16, and yeah, she did actually made a feat. She actually did a feat role plays with some other person, which I assume that he is younger, and she confessed of making this role play on with her, and of course, in Kenny's logic, if a 6-year-old can be a predator, Megan is also a predator. Like, how old was the minor when Megan did role plays with? Honestly, I don't really know, but I don't really know. I wanted to dig deep through it. I really wanted to find out more, but I do think take this as a grain of salt. I do think that minor was older. That minor is younger. That minor was younger. Megan's age of consent is in 17, and she's in Ireland. Yeah. I don't think Megan is a predator. I don't know about Megan being a predator. I'm just gonna say that she is disgusting. But let's just take this as a grain of salt with Kenny's logic. If 16-year-olds could be predators, Megan is a predator. Okay. Yeah. Let's all take this as a grain of salt. By believing in Kenny's logic, Megan is a predator. And yeah, she is 16, and the age of consent is 17. Consent is 17, and yeah, she was completely wrong by that. She really is. So the real answer is Megan a predator? Well, I would say maybe. Mostly no, but she fucked up. I would say mostly no, but she fucked up. All right. Okay, now that's out the window. We are just good to we're going to talk about this one particular person that I really want to discuss about. And this is the guy right here. I'm going to share my screen again. This guy right here. Yeah, this guy. Look at him dancing like a fucking. Oh my god! Look at him.
Fuck is Dan Sobao?
The fuck is the fourth video?
Look at this shit. Look at this. Like, look at him.
My question is, what's the fourth video? Hell.
He's been receiving a lot of attention. He's been receiving a lot of attention in a low count position. And yeah. And I really wanted to say that this person, Dan Sobel, was one messed up man child. Yeah, this guy is really yeah, he's like one of those bronies. But there's one time, can I tell you guys, there is one time that Dan also he also was in a live chat, and this dude was changing his clothes like in front of kids watching. Yeah, it happened. This dude like literally just this dude is like literally changing his clothes while he's this literally changing his clothes on cam. But despite the fact there's kids watching this.
When will people be like actual like human beings and not just weird fuckheads? That's just my question.
Yeah, and of course I wanted to play this video because just to give you guys like more information about this dude right here, Dan Sobel. Well, there's like 2 videos here, but this one is like 30 minutes long, but I don't know if I wanted to waste that time. So I'm just going to go with this one with like over 100,000 views.
The video you are about to watch is extremely unpleasant. If you are interested in a
Of course, he showed nude to Hammoud a job. Yeah, that's some other dude I know about before. I've been around for like so long. I've been around in the local community, in the Go anime community, like since I was 11 years old. No, yeah, I was like 10 or 11. I was like 10 to 11 years old when I first came around here, and yeah, I've been seeing a lot of shit. I've been seeing like a lot of shit. And comes to thinking of that, I want to add in. I really have some other topics that I want to recover. And I've been thinking like big juicy topics, but we'll discuss that at the end of the podcast.
hopeful, uplifting story or a look at the brighter side of life, you might as well stop watching right now. If a happy ending is important to you, you would certainly be better off with something else. In this video, not only is there no happy ending, there is no happy beginning, and very few happy things in the middle. This is because not very many happy things have happened in the niche physical media collecting community. A shroud rests upon the young audience of said community. That shroud's name is Dan Sobel, a man with a lot to say and little to hide. This story will bring to light the dark and twisted things going on beneath the surface. And that story starts right now.
Dan Sobel, aka Dan the My Little Pony and Sophia the First fan, is a twisted rabbit hole of child enthusiast behavior, zoophile tendencies, and overall degenerate behavior infesting the kid-centric physical media collecting and Go Animate communities. If you were to ever stumble upon a Sobel classic, it more than likely would be one of his hundreds kids songs dubbing TikToks. Dan is obsessed with children's media, not like your favorite Nickelodeon sitcom shows, more like actual infant baby shows.
Just imagine that this dude is around kids.
Ironic for a pedophile to be around kids, though.
Oh, if I see that shit, I'm calling 911 immediate. And run his fat ass. Run. run and fall.
But it's like ironic for a pedophile because like this dude is really obsessed with fucking kids.
And it's also crazy. It's also crazy because this guy is like an adult. He's like completely older than I am, and he's literally obsessed with kid shit. Yeah, this is also not normal.
Fucking comments related, bro.
And look at him. Look at him.
Well, he looks like Wee Demon Alex.
He can
That's
try.
crazy.
Not pseudo singing nursery rhymes. You can find him doing eccentric dances to children's shows.
Look at this guy.
Bo's committing a strip club in GTA 5 type shit.
Okay, bro.
He's trying to get some Fortnite.
Oh my gosh, you fat fuck.
Like seriously.
Bro, him
Cut
doing shit in
back
public
on
is
the Big
crazy.
Macs.
He looks like that he's tripping on LSD, bro.
That's crazy. Bro, the fact he's
And if
doing-
those
he's
don't
doing
really
that shit
knock
in
your
public is
boots
crazy.
off, you can appreciate an ill-fitted belly-showing t-shirt with your family room's blanket tied around your neck as a cape dance. You'll also occasionally stumble upon nightmare horror show duets that haunt you as you try to fall asleep.
What the
Why
fuck?
are you freaking kidding me right now?
At least he's a costume, not a fucking Okay,
Dance
bro.
content varies video to
God damn it,
video.
bro.
Sometimes
Oh,
he's
no.
doing a dance,
No,
other
wait,
times he's
pause,
cursing
I wanna
out
say something.
children and
This is so
threatening
funny.
to cut their private parts off. In
Oh
this
my
compilation,
He
you can
literally
begin to see
he literally
his personality
threatened to
and the
cut
quirks
someone's
associated with his content.
private
Boom,
stuff.
ba cha cha la la, boom, boom, bop. Here is your letter with a stamp on top.
Hi there, Chase. This is your old pal, Dan Sobel here.
Dan Schneider.
And today, I'm going to be showing you something that's very different about me. Do you know what's different about me? Yep.
He likes
It's
little kids.
you
That's the
being
difference.
a freaking sex offender.
What's the difference is that he likes little kids.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
difference of him being in a what's the difference of him being in a sex offendery list? That's one thing that is that could be very different. Him being in a sex offender registry list.
I'm wearing a new pair of sunglasses. Yes! Hooray! Today is finally my 26th birthday.
Holy shit.
Hey, the
No,
VCR
pause,
king
bro.
doesn't.
No, bro.
At least go have some kids or some
The
shit.
fact this fucker is like 26, this bro's really gonna pull an African vulture. The fact he's 26.
I think that's one of his old videos. So he's probably like older than 26. Yeah, he's probably like in his 30s or something now.
Like you, the VCR king is not your fan. The VCR king doesn't like you. It's not to be the greatest of our plans.
And I can't find him anywhere. Like any other degenerate on this channel, like flies to shit, they can't help themselves from making food review content.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see this badass feet. Like no one.
So my rating for the bacon and Swiss Royal Crispy Chicken Sandwich and the new frozen pink lemonade, I'm probably gonna give.
This is one thing I hate about food reviews.
Booty ass bitch.
Like, bro, like you actually you actually just you think that we could just like you think we could all be enjoyed by eating your food, see you eat your food, and who knows and who knows how disgusting and how weird it would be. Yeah, you probably are not. You probably is not good to. You're probably not gonna make it out alive. You're probably not gonna make it out of Rent from food reviews. Like
His review should name Diabetes.
no one's gonna. No, not really. It's because it's just supposed to be called Diabetic Speed Run.
True.
Give it like a 17.8 out of 10.
Because of Dan's
17.8 out of 10. Get the fuck out of here.
fascination with all things infant, we even see him imitate characters from time to time, like his Cookie Monster cookie review.
Hello there, it's me, Cookie Monster, and Dan Sobel is on break from video.
Dudes, you think you're the Cookie Monster now? You're trying to be like the fucking Cookie Monster? Like, bro, like you really, like, to be honest, bro, you really just ate more than just cookies. You probably just ate in like over 1,000 calories from the McDonald's store, and suddenly you're probably gonna be you're probably gonna be having your last seconds to live with a fifth heart attack that you just had here. We're eating all this greasy shit that you shit from your mouth, bro. Like, come on, shut the fuck up about that.
Like, bro is really the Cookie Monster. I mean, like, look at him, bro. He is basically the Cookie Monster.
Yeah, he really is one.
Today, me taking over for Dan Sobel's taste test video today. And taste test video today is Cookies!
Yeah, that guy's on LSDs.
Cookie! Nom, 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 nom.
I am very sorry that you guys had to witness this.
Not surprised for
this
a fat person just to eat fucking cookies. I'm just not surprised.
Nom, 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 nom.
Imagine if he does food reviews on Chinese
As
food.
if that's not bad enough,
That'd be crazy.
Dan also feels inclined to throw his hat into hot take political opinions like rejecting Donald Trump because he, and I quote, was arrested for being racist, which is ironic because Dan has on a multitude of occasions used the hard R in a demeaning and derogatory way towards others.
Saying that Donald Trump got arrested. Why he got arrested, you may ask? Well, it's because of his racism.
To be honest, retard, Donald Trump got arrested because of all this hush money bullshit. Because all this because a lot of multiple charges that he had done, and including the hush money stuff. And yeah, he is definitely a convicted felon, and he should not be president anyway.
So yeah, Donald Trump got arrested for racism. That is why he got fired from the president job. So that means
he did
I'm
not.
starting to lose my interest on Donald Trump.
Wait, so you saying he's starting to lose interest? Yeah, he's saying he's starting to lose interest with Donald Trump here, like, bro, like.
Wait. When was that video? Like, when was that video where he recorded it?
I do not know. I am extremely new to this Dan Sobel thing.
Donald Trump didn't get get kicked out of his job. He just he reached his limit.
Dude's been labeled as a convicted felon.
Oh yeah, he's a convicted felon. I almost forgot about that.
Trump, because I'm starting to hate him now. Donald Trump is starting to become racism. That is why he got arrested for racism, because after he got fired from the president job at the White House.
Dan claims to have some sort of autistic difficulty. He says he struggles with interpersonal relationships and doesn't understand normal social behaviors as easily as others.
To be honest,
this leads him to constantly trying to form parasocial relationships with mostly kids online in order to garner sympathy.
It's because I'm going to the doctor today. The reason why I'm going to the doctor is because I'm sick. To all of my good friends who are watching this, make sure you send me a get well message. So yeah, once again, to all of my good friends who are watching this, make sure you send me a get well message.
Dan's big shtick online is reviewing kids shows and calling out others for their incorrect opinions on shows. This is the tipping point for where all future problems will stem from.
And guess what? I just got a package. Yo Gabba Gabba Live, there's a Party in My City DVD, and that's a deluxe edition. So what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments.
Because
Warren Henry was very disrespectful to his brother Peter by calling him a worm.
They check it to you, I'm saying.
That shit's crazy.
No, Howard Henry is the GOAT. Howard Henry is the GOAT. He's like he is the GOAT. Like, bro, you're the one. You saying that Howard Henry is disrespectful, bro? You're disrespecting Howard Henry.
He was also being disrespectful to his friends in class. So yeah, Horrid Henry is the worst show ever.
Howard Henry is savage.
Enemies hide behind every corner. Sobel's actions are beginning to catch up to him. His vitriolic behavior and elitist attitude has begun to rub off poorly on those around him, leading to multiple confrontations and freakouts to be had.
Might have to cover your ears.
Because of Dan's audacious behavior, he has developed feuds with basically everyone within this niche. The names of the people aren't really important, but it should be noted that Dan starts drama with everyone over differing of opinions. It's shocking to see someone get so upset over the fact that Mayor Queefenstein of Rainbow Vomit Kingdom didn't treat Lord Barfface kindly.
This is an angry message to the All the Dogs Go to Heaven fan. The All the Dogs Go to Heaven fan, I got something to say to you, bro. You're worse than Savage Gamer 1998, who always makes commentary videos out of me and Andy Ho. Because if you keep this up, then my friend Jeffrey Strogan is going to keep calling you out if you don't stop.
The fuck?
And you're the one who needs to hate the Wiggles. And I'm also going to bash your opinion on Blue's Clues. So you better start hating Blue's Clues. Guess what? Guess what, Savage Gamer 1998? I just reported you just because you bashed my opinion on Zoe the Drawing Cat. So you just got reported already. I think I have an opinion change for today. So I now hate Brandon Broadway, also known as Slim Bran Me 15. Do you want to know why? It is because he put me, Brandon Hosky, and Ben Lucero on the red card.
It should come as no surprise that the other orbiters in this community are also 1% on the spectrum, consistently calling each other out for not being nice enough.
And what kind of grown-ass man in his mid-20s watching baby shows like My Little Pony or Dora the Explorer, Barney and Friends?
Like, I believe him. Like, what type of person?
Hang on.
Like, what type of person? What type of adult who can still watch all those preschool shows?
Like, if you're just like revisiting it just to rewatch your childhood or something, it's a bit like kind of reasonable just to revisit your childhood. If you watch these shows while growing up, if you're just rewatching them just to visit your childhood, it's kind of reasonable.
I have to, and you guys know, I have to admit, I'm 21 years old and I still watch kids shows, but at least I don't watch preschool shows. At least I don't watch My Little Pony or Dora the Explorer or any type of Nick Jr. shows around. I only watch the kid shows. I only watch like Y7 shows. I mean, they're still enjoyable, of course. But to be honest though, it will be the time for me to stop watching kid shows in that age. It might be that time for me. But at least I'm not that person who would still watch preschool shows. You know, that shit is completely weird and creepy.
Like, for me, if I wanted to watch preschool shows than like I would rather revisit like watching childhood shows that I actually grew up, not just watch the same like shows that are like for kids like 24/7. Like
Yeah, and to be honest though, I would do the same. I would do the same too, but you know, not Dora, not Caillou, not like all the shows that I remember before. Just like just 4-3. Just like 4-3, of course. And there's one particular show that was on Nick Jr. And that show was like completely funny. And I would literally can go back and revisit that show just to laugh it off, you know. And yeah, it is still. And as a person who watched the show before, when I was little, and I have a great laugh, I was like die hard laughing. It still cracks me up today. It really do crack me up today as an adult. Like for example, SpongeBob. SpongeBob cracks me up like all the time. I can rewatch SpongeBob anytime.
You watching that stuff? When you ever gonna grow up? Okay.
So when Dan has had enough, he has to resort to alternative medicines to quell the troll rebellion. This includes things like conjuring curses from a simple stack of playing cards.
This card means needed about money. Our second card for this curse is the A of Clubs. This card means that you need to suffer from a journey by roll a vehicle.
And his head means.
And this last card for the curse is the Ten of Clubs. This card means that you need to suffer from a new appointment, a vestment, or a sediment.
But Dan doesn't like to be treated like a man-child or a baby. Wait, do you hear that? It sounds like my calculator is malfunctioning.
1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 2 2 2 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 5 5 5 6 6 6 6 7 years.
Anyway, Dan will even begin to lash out towards others and threaten to have their videos removed because they archived the latest stupid shit he said. I should note here that I'll mostly only scratch the surface of his debacles. There is a playlist of over 300 videos archiving Dan's meltdowns. Because I'm perplexed by the community itself, some minor qualms with Dan might fly over my head because I'm not nuanced enough in kids' media to truly understand.
How dare you call me a man-child and a big baby in the comments in one of my videos? That is unacceptable of you to do that. I am going to give you a copyright strike. And if you steal my videos again, I will give you another copyright strike. And if you steal videos from Mario Lopez or Andrew's Movie Corner, I'm going to give you a third one and your ass will be terminated.
With accusations that we will get to soon coming out, people began dogpiling on Dan, leading to his most infamous freakout, calling out multiple different people in the community.
Because I am starting to get very, very angry, and it's making me want to rage my voice right now. I now hate any of the social media guy, Devin Osborne, Jose Crespin, and Lance White. Do you guys want to know why I hate Vinny, the social media guy, Devin Osborne, Jose Crespin, and Lance White? It is because they exposed me on the Google Meets, and they also blocked me on Facebook Messenger, and they also think I was taking jokes that are very mean and very harshful, which I did not even mean to take a joke like that. And Devin Osborne thinks I was insulting Maddie Nelson, which I didn't even do so. What the is your problem? What is wrong with you, Vinny? Devin Osborne, Jose Crespin, and Lance. What's wrong with you? Because I am severely done with you all. I am done with you. You made me very angry. You made me very angry and made me want to freak out. I'm done with you both. Seriously done with you. Goodbye. I hope I don't want to ever see you again.
The crow calls for Sobel, for the days of reckoning have arrived at his door.
told y'all,
The
y'all should
reprehensible
cover your ears.
actions have come home to roost, and a collection of detractors are here to lay down the law. Dan might be determined to try and move past.
Yeah, this is it. That's the juicy one right here. That's the infamous one right here. Like, this guy literally just so fed up. He literally just so fed up. He had to scream all the top of his lungs here instead of just not taking taking it like a real man should. Like, bro.
Past these accusations, but will he be able to?
Dan has a tendency to use the insult of sticking your finger into one of your orifices, which led to arguably his biggest controversy with an 8-year-old girl named Bella Harris, where during a dispute, he told her to shove her fingers into her private parts.
Take this middle finger with you. Keep it with you. Shove it up your neck. And leave Calvin Nance, aka Sir Calvin, Andrew's Movie Corner, Mario Lopez, and the rest of my friends alone. Now, take this thumbs down with you, keep it with you, shove it up your butt, and leave me and Andy Ho alone.
This event compounded with a TikTok of Dan nearly naked changing in front of his mostly kid audience and an alleged Google Hangouts meeting with 3 alleged underage.
Yeah, this is what I said before. That dude literally had the audacity just to change while he's still on camera in front of kids, even in front of 3 people, like Hamuda John, for example. 3 minors, of course. Not only this guy's a man child, he's also a creep, and allegedly this guy is a pedo.
Children, where Dan discussed sexual topics and even got naked in front of them, leading to Dan being labeled as a nonce.
Hey, look at this. Look at this right here.
I had to come back to see a shirtless man. That's pretty crazy.
Broke out that surprise.
Still wear pajamas as an adult too.
Broke out that surprise.
Okay, bro.
But like every other incident, Dan would run and give a totally legit and honest rebuke of the accusations.
How dare you call me a pedophile? I'm not a pedophile. I'm innocent.
Multiple response videos were made around this time calling out Dan for his behavior.
He literally put on his pajamas in every single video on TikTok. Like he is attracted to children. But that is not okay.
Like any other lolcow online, people began chomping at the bits to lure Dan into another exposing situation, including a man trying to entice Dan to show his feet on camera.
That's magenta.
Show me your feet. Show me your feet, Dan. Show me your feet.
Oh, no. Oh, my
You
God.
sure?
Wait, what happened?
Recap. So there's this one dude who's trying to make Dan show off his feet, which I am not gonna show you guys that part.
So Dan Snyder type of shit then.
Yes, it is.
That's crazy.
It is. I have to skip that part.
I'm gonna lose my appetite after this. Holy shit.
Listen, Bailey, I don't drink wine.
Hold on.
Documented and argued with Dan on multiple occasions, including in the DMs and online video chats. To start off the expose, I want to begin a little lighthearted and acknowledge the bumbling buffoon that Dan can be.
Listen, Bailey, I don't drink wine or beer. I only drink Pepsi. I heard your life story that you just hurt your leg after you fell off your bike. I really apologize for what happened to you.
Dan begins listing off all of his show preferences from Ittle Bittle Baby all the way up to full-grown man shows.
Not only do I like little kid shows, I also like big kid shows like Danny Phantom, Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, The Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob SquarePants, Clarence, Teen Titans Go, The Amazing World of Gumball, and many others. And the only adult shows that I like are Seinfeld, The Big Bang Theory, Friends, The Office, Everybody Loves Raymond, and Everybody Hates Chris.
As mentioned earlier, Dan...
Yeah, that ain't enough. That shit is not enough. That ain't enough. Like me, I also watch kid shows too, but I mostly watch like tons and tons of live action movies and shows, of course.
I just watch horror movies more.
Sometimes I watch Criminal Minds with my mom. And yeah, of course, when I was like 11, I was like 10, of course. I've been condoned to watch like crime and investigation shows, and that's why I'm like completely great. That's why I'm like a huge big fan of crime and investigation shows. Sometimes I watch them. Well, most of the times I like to watch them. And yeah, I also been watching horror movies as well. And I mostly watch horror movies. I mostly watch comedy movies. And yeah, of course, they're also not animated.
Did you watch Borat?
Oh no.
I don't watch that.
Don't.
Wait, you didn't watch it?
I don't watch that. No, I didn't watch.
Bro, don't watch Borat, dude. Don't fucking watch it, bro.
I ain't gonna watch it. I ain't gonna watch it.
Don't
yeah. Me on the other hand, I've been mostly watching non-kid shows, of course. I'm mostly watching like adult shows. And yeah, and I'm already maturing enough to watch like more other than kid shows. But hey, I still have an interest with kid shows, to be honest. But in the way that Dan Sobel says that he also watched kid shows and how much examples that he's been watching, yeah, that's not enough. I mean, you have to watch like more stuff. You have to have some interest in sports too. Like me, I mostly like to watch wrestling, like WWE, AEW, TNA. Yes, I still like AEW, and I do wish that they could just get their shit together. And also, again, I do mostly like to watch crime and investigation shows and documentaries. And of course, I can name like a dozen of shows I love watching other than just Dan Sobel. Yeah. All right, back to the video.
Dan is a racist who has gone after people with slurs on multiple occasions, but we've discovered that he was radicalized by heinous shows like Family Guy and South Park.
I also remember the part when Peter Griffin fell down the stairs while saying bad words. That's the only thing that I remember. That is where the N-word...
Hold on. That's the only thing we remember from watching Family Guy? Like, bro. I can recall every freaking scene that I watched from Family Guy from when I was little to the present day.
I've I have not watched Family Guy in a long time.
Well, my mom do love me. And my mom do love her some Family Guy and American Dad. Also The Simpsons too.
Just came from, because Mr. Marshall did say the N-word in Wheel of Fortune in an episode of South Park. That is where the racism came from.
In a more
No, I'm
serious,
gonna pause this right there, bro. It doesn't matter. Like, bro, I only like this show because it has like funny humor and messed up humor. It's like I do. I mean, there's more reasons why I like most like adult shows, but like the fact Dan Sobel hates South Park if it's racism. Look at the other shows, bro. Like, not South Park only has like a lot of messed up things, but like look at the other shows, for example.
You know, I'm black. Okay.
Yeah, I'm half Mexican.
That N-word thing has been around. I've been hearing the N-word around ever since I was a little baby.
I'm half Mexican, and look at me. I'm not offended by most shit, to be honest, on like adult shows.
Yeah, you know, Dan Sobel, he is one stupid person as an adult. And he don't even know exactly the real history of racism. He actually think that racism comes from South Park. But what about segregation? What about slavery?
Motherfucker did not learn anything from school.
The only thing he learned is from watching TV.
This moment of the interaction, Dan admits to being a child enthusiast and pushing the line by targeting children's privates as points of contention in his twisted mind.
Oh, man.
Yes, Sheldon, I understand. If what I've realized was wrong, and that can serve as a pedophilia. But I was not even alone in that video. Cameron Rons, formerly known as Shadow 14.0, was in that video with me. Okay, Sheldon, the reasons why I had to say that to Jenny Lynch about her own private parts, about cutting that off, is because Jenny Lynch has been doing bad things to one of my friends, such as Jose Crespin. First of all, you don't ever call me a sicko. And secondly, I've already regretted for what I did. For telling a little girl to do something like that.
I don't know why, but it sounds like he's gonna cry for some reasons.
I don't know. I don't know myself.
Like
I think he might. I don't know.
Like, he sounds like he's gonna cry because you can I can tell from his voice. I can tell.
Because I've already regretted for what I've done. And that was one of my wrongdoings that I regretted.
Everyone in the chat begins telling Dan that he needs help and needs to go to a therapist. But Dan stands tall and says he's an adult and has a job. Therefore, his behavioral specialist will have to do.
Well,
bro, like, still, you need some type of help anyway. You needed some type of help anyway. You just because you have a job, is it because you're older? What does that mean? You're okay? No, something's wrong with you. And something's been wrong with you ever since you started coming around the internet and doing all this dumb, funny, crazy shit. Being all goofy. Make yourself look like an embarrassment.
Well, to tell you this, I already have a job. I work at Designer Shoe Warehouse because that's where I go to work. But I'm a trained professional. And listen, guys, do you really think I'm using autism as an excuse? Think again. I was not using autism as an excuse. The real reason why I have autism is because I have behavioral problems. And no, I don't go to a therapist. I only go to a behavioral specialist.
Okay, one, it doesn't matter if you have a job, you still need therapy. And two, I do think that Dan do really use autism as an excuse. I mean, you still have to take accountability of your actions. Just don't blame your disability. You have to take responsibility of your actions, like I do. Like I've been doing some bad shit, and guess what? You didn't see me using autism as an excuse. I would just say, hey, it's my fault. I'm sorry. Okay. And when it comes to those who are pedophiles, when it comes to those who are pedophiles, of course, it would piss me off that they would use autism as an excuse. Because you're actually giving autistic people a bad name. It really do pisses me off the most, because, dude, what does autism have to do with everything? You should be held accountable. Okay.
Dan ends the chat with a scout's honor to never prey on children ever again.
I promise that I'll never do criminal stuff anymore. For real this time.
In another meeting with Dan, we get more clarity on some of the depravity that Dan has engaged in, including an alleged Patreon that Dan ran for weird sexual gratification. I'm not sure the validity of this because fake rumors like Dan getting arrested have circulated through this community before.
Okay, but like Dan Sobel made
I really don't want to see this.
I'm not recording this. Video of him jacking off in front of the audience.
Dan admits to making out with his dog before, at least during one occasion.
No, replay that. Did I just hear that correctly? Did I just hear that shit? No, not that one. The dog part. Did I just hear that shit correctly?
Bro, I just heard that shit. I was going to think that Dan needs to die. Like this guy. He don't need help. He needs death.
Fake rumors like Dan getting arrested have circulated through this community before.
Okay, but like Dan Sobel made
I really don't want to see this.
I'm not recording this. Video of him jacking off in front of the audience.
Dan admits to making out with his dog before,
Dog,
at least during one occasion.
What the fuck?
Sheldon, I am a zoophile for licking the dog's tongue, Sheldon.
Are you a zoophile? Are you a zoophile, Dan?
I already told you that I was, and I licked the dog's tongue, and that's why I'm revealing my true colors to Sheldon.
Why?
I'll just move on from people that don't like me.
I was gonna have some. What the heck?
Wait, Films. Rephrase that, Films,
let's move on. So, who cares? Instead of going after my haters again, I'm just gonna move on.
Dan makes a half-hearted apology where he unconvincingly tries to feign sex.
Like, bro, like he literally just said that
I was gonna eat some. Whoa.
Literally just gonna say that he admitted of making out with his own dog. Like, yo, someone should call animal service on him. Someone should call the police and animal control. Just to get that dog away, and he can get away with, and he can go away, and then just to go to jail for sexual intercourse on an animal, for animal sex abuse. Like, this is insane. Dan should be arrested for animal cruelty.
Sadness and admitting his depraved past.
He forced people to buy stuff. So I had to copy the exact same way he did back in 2021. I did tell Bella Harris to shove the middle finger up her private parts when she was young. And I did send that threat to Randy and Reese, which caused Christopher Leon to be mad at me. And I did show myself naked on a Google Meets.
The fuck?
Which is to 3 minors,
Yeah,
which I
nice.
really regret for what I did.
On Leaping Lemur's video about Dan, the top comment comes from someone who was allegedly in this Google Hangout with Dan. The person says they masqueraded as a kid to entice Dan, and it worked. Dan expressed overt sexual attraction to them and tried to engage in inappropriate conversations with them. Dan has expressed little interest in actually reforming himself,
Wait a
but
second,
it
hold
worked.
on. Yes, so one of the 3 minors who was 14. He followed the community, the Go Anime community, the social media community in 2014. And yes, he was a Google Meet. And he said disgusting stuff like, let's have and come have, oh my, I have no words. I have no words. I really have no words, guys. Like this guy right here, like you can tell how much of a pedophile he really is. Like this dude think he has the audacity of saying all this vulgar stuff and literally just show and literally have to show off at 3 kids. This guy is merely a grown man and mess around with minors. God, this is serious right here. This right here is completely serious.
Dan expressed overt sexual attraction to them and tried to engage in inappropriate conversations with them. Dan has expressed little interest in actually reforming himself, but hopes this apology will do the trick.
That was really my fault for what I did back in 2023. So yeah, that was the TikTok video that you guys just mentioned, because I did make that TikTok video back in 2023 because for what I did was very disgusting. I'm sorry for all the bad stuff I have done and everything I've caused. I did act like a man-child too, and act like a zoophile by licking my dog's tongue in front of everyone on social media.
Dan has similarities to extremely prominent horror cows like Chris Chan and Andy Ditch. Dan's fascination with children's media has morphed into a fascination with children alone, a danger to himself and others. One has to ask where all of this will end up. Let me know your thoughts below. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Crazy as shit.
I am thrilled to say that Dan Sobel was captured, that he was imprisoned and found guilty by the court for crimes too numerous to mention. And before serving his life sentence, it was the judge's decree that Sobel be made to suffer every hardship that he had forced upon the children. Alas, this is not a fairy tale. As I warned at the very start, this video you are watching does not have a happy ending. And here we are at an ending most unfortunate. Sobel has escaped all responsibility. Dan is back to making children's-oriented dancing, singing, and review content. It seems a shroud comes and goes with a breath of a wind. We will just have to wait and see where...
I have no words. I really have no words. I'm really speechless.
Crazy.
I am completely speechless about this shit right here. But this video right here explains a lot. And yeah, people said that Dan was born in 1999. I thought it was like 30 something. So yeah, he's 26. Or something.
Grown ass man, dude. Holy shit.
No, he's not arrested. Wish he was. Wish he is. I really wish he is.
So, from what I just learned, I just guess the whole physical media community is halfway man-child or some shit. From what I'm learning now,
it really is. It really is. It makes the entire Go Anime community looks more innocent. And I'm proud of myself that I did not even go forward to the physical media community because I really have no interest of physical media. I really don't I really don't have a lot of interest of being around the community, but you know, I'm new around this community only just to see the deep side. And you know, there's people like him who are completely more controversial than ever.
I will some play. I will say some points like. I was some point part of
the one.
I was some point part of the physical media community some point, but I just left like a few months later or something. Like I did left the physical media collection or some shit community like a few months later, like in 2022, I think. Or 2023, I don't know. So that was a long time ago.
I mean, I've been in the lower community ever since I started interacting with people. And then I switched to go anime community, of course. And but you know, there's something tells me go back to the local community. But you know, I've been more focused on go anime. I've been focused on go anime shit. I don't know why, but it is what it is. All right, that's it for Dan Stovall. That's really it from him. All right, now we're just gonna stick with another topic. Just 2 more topics and we're done. 2 more topics and we're done. You know, there's one person who goes by you know, I don't know about doing this topic, but this is gonna be a topic involving someone, like some people, of course. And there's like some people from the Rot Fellows community. Oh man. And you know, I didn't want to do this topic because I've been discussing it like so long, but I'm just gonna give you guys a recap on Daniel Lyons, Darren, and Alex. Man. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I don't really want to repeat myself, but I was just gonna give you guys. You know, I've been like telling people like for the last years, of course. But yeah, it's not gonna be like Dan and Darren, of course. No, I don't want to like waste my entire time with them. I don't want to waste my time with them, you know. But we're just gonna talk about this one particular person who goes by the name of Alexander Mortensen, who also known as Lord Snowman. And of course, there was like more evidence that I've been sent from, and I would actually tell you like one. I'm just gonna give you like one of the examples of one of the new updates of what this Alex guy did, Lord Snowman. Yes, he has a Fur Affinity account, which I can't show you guys. No Fur Affinity. I can't. I don't want to gross everyone out. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I couldn't. So I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, this Dan Snowman. This Lord Snowman dude. I mean, recently the guy was grooming one person when he was like a minor still, and he's like in his 20s, and it was surprising to me because he was caught doing battle shit before. Along with his friends, along with his 2 former friends. And now this dude's all alone here just coping and thinking that he can let off the hook, but he can't. All they have to do is just get the fuck out of here. And now Julie Apollo, I would say that that female was used to be with Dan and Darren, now also betrayed as well. And she did groom someone that was like very, very younger, and she was older. And that person was 14, and she was like maybe a young adult, I think. Yeah. Just telling the minors just to go all shirtless and stuff. And I also found that I also heard that I also found out that she literally have someone surrounded and was like having an IRL tension along with her friends. It just she was having drama with some other person, Sony fangirl, and she and Julie, she literally just have her friends, assault her in real life. I'm just gonna, and yes, as for Julie and Lord Snowman, they're still here. They're still around. They're still around that Lord Snowman. I think he's still around YouTube. And Julie, she's not at YouTube. I don't know if she's in Discord, but she's in DeviantArt. She's still active on DeviantArt. Now I'm just going to go back to my channel just to pull up this video of these guys, Lord Snowman and Julie DePaulo. All right. I'm going to share my screen again.
In my dream, yeah. Open it up. Open it up. Crisscross jump.
Is this shit gonna get copyrighted or something? Because of that song that's playing.
Chronic. Today
was that?
Is that song? Is that song gonna get copyrighted or some shit?
It is.
Oh, okay.
But I speed it up a little bit.
Okay.
The original clip was the normal pitch, but I have to speed it up.
Oh, okay.
We are just going to do a double rant on these people from the JFG/TDC community. No.
Hold on. Yeah, the quality is fucking up.
Oh, it's not Dan and Darren. It's Julie DePaulo and Comedy Mix, who now goes by Lord Snowman. I never did go at Julie much, and yes, of course I did went at Comedy Mix along with his disgusting friends, but there is dirt that meets the eye between the two with newer evidence regarding the two. Before we begin, viewer discretion is advised.
Also my gameplay.
First, we are going to have a look at Julie DePaulo. Yes, she got a lot of backlash of being a predator, of course, and yes, have a thing for grooming little boys. Let's do a recap to bring an example of the grooming, then we can see the other shit she did even recently. Back at 2021, she was sexting with a minor, of course, 13 years old. With those by done things, we're getting to the point where she is now gonna make her move on him, and of course, she do want to hear his voice as well. Who knows why? Oh yeah, wanting a minor to fucking moan, that's why, and it sure get her on.
Yeah, look at this. You wanting a minor to get... You wanting a minor just to moan like. She want that minor just to do some weird ass shit to her. Just for the pleasure. Believe that?
Not to mention roleplay was involved. After that, the bitch realized what she done is wrong, and the minor did stated that he was groomed 3 times. 3 fucking times. No, he also got groomed by Darren too. Plus, there was a time she made a cringy gacha video of another person who rightfully exposed her with doing a little bit of anti-Semitism, of course. Also, she had no fucking right of having an N-word past. Not to mention, she tried to drive a person to suicide too so many times. If that person actually committed suicide, then Julie is so gonna be held responsible for her actions. Plus, there was another victim who came forward about Julie too, saying that she would slander and would bring victims hell only to protect her reputation. She also did it to the people she hates. Plus, she was having fights with Sony fangirls' friends. Ireland even harassed and bullied Sony fangirl as well. Like, is she that fucking deranged and deluded?
This is what I'm
I
talking
hope
about
she
before.
got her ass beat. Maybe. As of this part exposing her, she is still rambling on DeviantArt as usual, not learning no lesson. Plus, she even tried to be all hypocritical, of course, but just when you know that she is a pred and she cannot hide from being a pred. Of course, she closed most of her social media, but she thinks she could get away by going on DeviantArt and continued her behavior. But even though she has a dirty and crazy background, I don't think she can survive at DeviantArt neither. Now let's take a look on Comedy Mix, who goes by Alexander. Of course, I can bring up the time he got exposed for grooming someone who, but he think we can all let it go. Yeah, fucking right. Even till this stuff, he would think all of this would be the last of being canceled for pedophilia, but it will come back to haunt him. Same thing to Darren. He did abandon his channel after our city apology, but then moved to another channel as I didn't move to get away from his actions. Of course, he would think he can get away with pedophilia too with a motivational quote, but it's very, very different when it comes to pedophilia and zoophilia. I can tell that Alex is definitely a repeat offender too. This is recent. Right here. That JDM person is 16 and Alex is indeed 22 years old. I don't care. This is taken.
I am very sorry you guys have to see this, but it's cropped. Okay. It's cropped.
Out of context. Alex should not have go all out grooming minors again. He thinks he can fucking change, but he can't. Pedos can't change. They are better off as sex offenders and or dead. And oh fucking boy, he is such an addict for Red Fellows and SFW content. I can't show you guys the examples cause it would make you guys sick to your stomach. It's not like he also made another CP again with another minor.
This is actually the minor right here. This is the minor right here.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like look at this shit right here. Look at this shit. Look at this shit right here. I mean, he literally just had the minor involved, and it's crazy because this guy, Lord Snowman, Alex, this dude was caught doing shit before with Dan and Darren, and he still keep on doing it. Like this guy's a repeat offender.
Minor. Oh wait, that minor goes by Eric, and he just turned 17. I don't understand. Why did Eric wasn't aware or just went along with it? Pretty good guess he was actually siding with Alex the whole time and Alex thinks he had changed. More like he repeats the same shit over and over again. Oh, and by the way, I found a nice drive full of Darren, Dan, and Alex's antics, so you check them out from the link in the description below. That's all for this double rant. I really have nothing else to say. Bye-bye.
Yep, that's the double rant of Julie DePaulo and Alex. And boy, and of course, we also got someone actually give us more tea on Alex, and he actually says that Alex is also a porn addict. Yeah, so Alex didn't deny it. Alex admit that he's a porn addict. Also, Eric was 13 when he met Alex, and yes, that and I do think that Eric was groomed by Alex more when like for years and years. So like he's been grooming that same minor for like a few times.
Hey, Chronic, I'm heading out for the night. Good night, y'all.
All right, so long. All right. Okay. It's 10:50 now, and it's gonna be another, and we're gonna recover one last topic, and that topic is and that one last topic is Sylvie, be a Corki. So who's this be a Corki person? That people don't know. Yes, she is. She's also a pred. She posted. She posted. TF2. She posted TF2. Inappropriate stuff to a minor who's 12 years old, and she is like older. And by the way, she also dated people when they were like younger, and she's 18. She was 18 and she was dating 16-year-olds. She was dating actual minors as a young adult. And she thinks that will be a let slide, but no. And by the way, this person also will have the audacity to contradict those who turn her backs on her, accusing her of doing things that she also did. That leads up to this video. The next video I'm going to show you guys. And yes, this is going to be one long video of all of her antics combined. And yeah, it will take like over 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and that is it. That's all. That is it. We are done for today. After this video, we are DONE for this Saturday. And after this, I'm gonna tell you guys what's the next topics are for Saturday. For the next Saturday after. And yeah, those are, and yes, they're gonna be these special. They're gonna be like only 3 special topics I'm gonna tell you guys. And yes, we're also gonna recover on Felina and Megan still. We're also gonna have more updates on them and see what they're up to and see how much exposed we're gonna do. And that will be it. Oh wait. I don't think so. We gotta recover. Oh yeah, we gotta recover Terminations first. Okay. After Be a Corki, we're gonna go to Terminations, and that's it. After this, I'm gonna tell you guys what the 3 special topics I'm good to recover for after 2 weeks to the other Saturday in April. All right. I'm gonna share my screen again. All right, here we go.
Money in my dream, yeah. Open it up, open it up. Crisscross jump, with a bell in the trunk.
Okay, guys, this video might kind of
Part
go
1.
quick. Well, not really quick, but hey, it will be very much informal. Flaky BEA, the person who was having hot water back at 2020 in the part 1 made an unhappy birthday video of her, then it got deleted. Things got messed up with her mostly. How many people she dating? Holy shit, that's a lot. I hate polygamy. Also, she do have a thing for Boris while having multiple affairs. Then she want to bring up the CX headcanon and reasoning to excuse her attraction to Boris while she have multiple boyfriends. But what is this I see over here? She dating Stupa as well. How old is her? 16.
16.
Stupa is a polygamist too. Are you kidding me? And the age is what? Like 18.
Yeah, 18. Stupa was 16 and B is 18. She was 18, dating a 16-year-old. See what I mean?
Why she made videos and disguising pedophilia. A hypocrite. So and there is more minors she added on her polygamy ring. Total hypocrite.
Yep. She also dated more minors who are 16 years old. And plus, there is this next part that I don't really want to show you guys because I don't want to gross you out again. There's one time on Twitter that she posted a lewd picture out of Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls. Yeah. She also shared an inappropriate picture of Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls. And yeah, that was like totally disgusting. And do you know who also exposed it? Sonyatic. This Sonyatic guy also has bad rap, but I just have to tell you guys that I have to tell you guys what Thea also actually done that is also crazy. That's also crazy, like sharing TF2 porn to another minor. And that is her also sharing an inappropriate picture of Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls. And I don't want to show you guys that Buttercup art. So we're just gonna skip to that part right here. We're just gonna skip that. It's not, and no, it's definitely have no nudity involved. It's just a picture of her with her in a bikini. It's just a picture of Buttercup in a bikini. All right, that's it.
On Twitter, not what I mentioned before on the second vid on Sodu. You find the evidence there. By the what is the point of being a polygamist with minors involved? Showed huge cringe but retweets and SFW shit on Twitter, not what I meant, and gaslighting. Hating on the cause she have an SFW account but did. Showed huge cringe but retweets and SFW shit on Twitter, not what I mentioned before on the second vid on Sodu. You find the evidence there. By the what is the point of being a polygamist with minors involved? Chronic is out of here. So
Yeah, I do remember that she was already recovered, but we're just going to do a recap. We're just going to do a recap of what she had done, so you all can just catch up with what she actually did, and also we have like more and more details of what she also done that not all people didn't really get. And yeah, the rest of the entire AEIS channel was wiped off clean after the Wendy Alex situation. So that's also the reason. So yeah, that's the reason why I have to bring up B again, just to recap of what she done, just to show any other stuff that not all people didn't know about, and also just to make sure that we the AIS do not forget about her 100%.
I found out that BA is back and suddenly people are starting to forgive her and pretend that she can't be hated anymore. They really think she is alright now despite her committing pedophilia and deep hypocrisy. Even African Vulture, the big VN YouTuber with a verified check, and yes, she is almost 40 years old talking to minors still on the internet praying for her despite everything. People seem to forget about her actions, or they believe that BA is finally gonna be better after all the damage she done and don't care about her severe actions anymore. So instead of just writing an essay, I'm just gonna give you guys reasons why BA should not be forgiven at all. For those who say otherwise, just be quiet and understand why a person like her can't redeem. Before we begin, viewer, discretion is advised. Number 1, she drives way into pure hell on Facebook. First off, she tried to groom him with a question of, do you like NSFW? Just a reminder that Wayne is 15 and BA is 18 years, like what I mentioned before. Not that she got some nerve of making child porn out of Wayne's original characters, and yes, those characters are definitely minors, and she did show it to him right directly. Not to mention she did send porn to his Facebook server as well and went all sexual towards him in J2 too. A massive hypocrite as always, hating on furries, but this is enough said. 3. She rolls with another pedophile named Flipnote Anime. Don't believe me. Well, long story short, he did requested an NTDRC to be sexualizing into making videos with his character did shown. A lot of proof. 4. She attacked someone for dating a 17-year-old, but when it comes to her dating 16-year-olds, it's fine to her, and boy, she made so much excuses. 5. She hated when people dead-named her right. Why she's trying to dead-name Calvin, he regretted being a pedo apologist. It seems like her dating minors doesn't mean shit to her, so definitely she is a hypocrite of hating on pedophiles, but she is one. How funny is that? There is one guy who thinks she can let slide, of course, and to bring up an article of why polyamory is okay, but instead it's not that good around to have multiple people dating at the same time, and of course it is illegal in parts of Earth. Yeah, these are the reasons why BA shouldn't be forgiven, and she is better off as one of those permanently decent people on the internet. For those who still want to make excuses only to be hypocritical, I'm sorry for you being brainwashed. Corki is messing up again. Sure, she did made an apology video and thinking that people should forgive her for her wrong actions, but suddenly privated the video instead. Turns out that she did not learn nothing but just be defensive still because she thinks she can be forgiven for her actions, but why no? She only had her friends and those dating who are minors to cope with her, instead of just leaving the internet. But why I'm making this video in the first place is because they only react to her shitty apology video and point out any corrections why she can't be forgiven. Don't worry because I already downloaded the video, so let's just dive in and do a recap.
I'm getting therapy. I was too crazy. I was in a pedophile way.
Sorry, not sorry. Did I just use skeletons for an apology video? Okay.
And I was 18. Because I got hated. I'm sorry for brainwashing Ivan Spoof to date me back in September 2023. Because I know he's quitted online dating this year. He's 16 years old. Almost 17 in January 18th next year 18. I was getting into too much big trouble as I was wrong to ask him for NSFW stuff.
And you even apologized to him in the comments to him also, but you deleted the comment instead and trying to change the subject that Evan backstabbed you, right? Plus, why are you going after Julie and Marrero for making porn while you also make porn to yourself? With a fucking pedophile named Flipnote Anime. By the way, she did try to expose some.
Wait, hold on. For those who are wondering, who is this Julian Marrero guy? Search him up. Watch my video about him.
Someone on Facebook with her contradictory of dating and grooming minors, giving people hatred, and yes, rolls with that pedophile Flipnote Anime who is now preferred as anime. Animation studios still creating like her.
In 2017 I was 12. I was being racist for saying the N-word with a hard ER, because I take the trolls way too far like full UTTP members. UTTP is currently dead now, and in 2020 I was 15 was saying the N-word again alongside my ex-friends
Back in 2020, when I was 15, my ex-girlfriend from the Philippines named Reina, she's a dead topic, screenshotted my old messages. I was getting exposed for sending Team Fortress 2 porn to a minor who—
I can't believe you actually admitted of sending porn to a 12-year-old. While you were way older than him, why you managed to get away with it now? It's a very messed up mistake to everyone.
I got framed as a pedophile because I've been an pedophile to minors in the last year.
While you excuse that part of saying a 2-year age gap is not that serious, let's just say I fear when a person is 16. Dating an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old dating a 17-year-old. Because when young adults dating minors is not supposed to be okay, and it's confusing of people thinking otherwise. Who fucking cares if you are dating adults now? How will it make it better? Still, you did an SFW shit, so it's a doubt you'll change for that part. I can tell you take everything all back and still try to point fingers at People like Ivan and Kenny Anime, mostly Kenny Anime, I have found out. You literally tried to gaslight and try to put the entire blame.
Looking back to this, guys, looking back to this, when Kenny was okay, he was cool. It really aged like expired milk. It really do.
On him for ruining your life, despite the fact you ruined your own life, and you're the one who is ruining your own life, and blaming on people would make matters worse. Calling him to cancel culture is funny, to be honest, and I'm surprised she didn't mind that. I'm also exposing her crap actions too, lol. By the way, did you also leave Wayne's face too? Even though you are the same person who tried to request him to do CP2. That's what I thought. Plus, this is what I see when it comes of showing irony and gaslighting at the same time. He called him a cancel cultress while calling him out for making grounded videos out of Taylor. She can try all she wants, but there's no exact way she could really get away with everything she did. Leaving the internet is the best option out of all. Chronic out. This is like the 4th time I'm gonna expose ABA and bullshit around. Yes, I've been reaching up to BA for the most times, exposing her nonsense and reckless behavior around the internet. Not to mention she's still showing her hypocrisy too on DeviantArt, Facebook, and on Instagram. She turned out to be chronically online only to get those who rightfully turned their backs on her and tried to make them excuses to cancel certain people too. Certain people like Wayne, JD, Colin, and Maten, like her code because a groomed person since he was 16-year-old is not with him anymore, trying to get Wayne and JD in trouble caused she what she deserves for being a pedophile, and only would say those things only when it comes to her and but anyone else like a complete narcissistic, but she is, and trying to bring up the HXR as the main perpetrators of her downfall. But she is the one who fucked herself over and got exposed straight up by her former friends and those who are not in the HXR, so much of pointing fingers so she can be known as an innocent little snowflake who tries to gain sympathy by taking suicide. But hey, did she even admitted that she simped on a 14-year-old? Afraid. Not I'm surprised. Trying to harass those people, but when she gets trolled and harassed, it's hurting a fly. Plus, she tried to call out Wayne for being a dyer, but one of her friends did got his face, and yes, indeed, she used to show off her face before. On Facebook too, lol. And let's go with this pedo part too. When she is confronting a pedophile who goes by Tycho Drum Animator who groomed her. Dude wanna go all ironic too so she can throw a fit over exposure. Who is this guy right here? Randy. The same person who did touching legs videos, groomed BA when he was 20 and she was 16 and tried to be so very hypocritical trying.
Yeah, this right here. This right here. Those are the screenshots I showed you guys. And look, this person right here, Randy, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like this guy literally just groomed B before. And then suddenly he's trying to label himself innocent, but he's not. He's not that innocent. If you want to confess, turn yourself in. turn yourself in. It's not that hard. Turn yourself in so you can register as a sex offender. So you can stay away from children. Do that. You can do that, all right? But to be honest, though, pedos like you, Randy, should not be forgiven. And it's crazy, too, because that's the same Randy guy that is with B only just to confront another pedophile.
To say he's learned his lesson a few years ago so he can avoid punishment. Why he's here with BA now only to flick over Taika is a pretty good guess. Need I have to say. The DM is more like a circus act of hypocritical pedos clowns throwing pies made out of shit in lard. It can make sense if a pedo like Randy and Flintnell can only be okay if they are in BA's side as long as they are acting normally. Scary. But she's...
Yeah, it's completely scary. You know, when it comes to B, she don't care if you're a pedophile. She don't care that you did bad stuff. As long as you're on B Corki's side, you're cool with her. If you're not, then you're fucked. Like, this girl literally I just can't believe that she literally just sided with Percy. She literally just sided with the same guy who literally just groomed her, sexually harassed her back then. Just to mess around with some other pedophile that groomed her. That's some ironic, hypocritical bullshit right here. And in fact, she didn't know about animation studios bullshit. She know about that, but it doesn't matter to her. It doesn't really matter to her. She's not only she's a pedophile, she also sides with pedophiles.
Saying she's not a pedophile anymore. Once a pedophile is always a pedophile. Remember that, viewers.
Yes, remember
also,
that.
She tried to ruin a person's life who used to be friends with BA until it's dissolved because the person finally opened his eyes about her. BA did not take lightly at all. She recently tried to frame him as a pedo because he have a picture of a fictional character that is a minor as his profile picture. All because of that. It's not like the person is really creepy and have bad tendencies over that minor in the first place. For example, I have a picture of a minor as a profile picture. It didn't bother nobody. There is no creepy tendencies behind only a PFP just like him. Why the actual fuck she tried to frame him for polygamy? Why she embrace and commits poly? She is trying to frame him so bad, but it was him who broke up with her, not BA the impatient part. Yeah, right. I wonder why cyberstalking took the part by screenshotting, but she did screenshot stuff. Yes, that's not how cyberstalking works.
Shut the fuck up, stalker. You keep screenshotting and resharing my posts non-stop only to harass and try to prove a new one.
Oh yeah, this really takes me back. Like, one time that I was resharing Kenny's post, and this dude literally just accused me of stalking. Like, he literally just accused me of stalking, all because I reshared his post, and I just to give him education, telling him that he's wrong. He's wrong for what he done. And he's just making himself more worse by saying that I'm a stalker, but I'm not.
How cyberstalking works.
Shut the fuck up, stalker. You keep screenshotting and resharing my posts non-stop only to harass and try to prove a new one with your bullshit.
Stealing art from other people. She stole it from Team Fortress 2. She stole and plagiarized an Animal Crossing character. Need I say more? Plus, she's trying to say that person is also a zoophile, a p.
Hold on, guys. I don't want to grow. Hold on, guys. Yes, of course. The following contains censored stuff, but I don't want to gross you out, okay? I don't want to gross you out that much.
He does you find she preferred him as. Well, why'd she have that Pokemon character as her profile picture? Also have a thing for Pokemon. Porn. Maybe she is a zoophile too. Actually, it doesn't matter if you have a.
You know what? Screw it.
Does you find she preferred him as? Well, why'd she have that Pokemon character as her profile picture? Also have a thing for Pokemon. Porn. Maybe she is a zoophile too. Actually, it doesn't matter if you have a Pokemon picture as a profile on
Yeah,
Discord,
that's
but
wow.
having a thing for Pokemon sexually. Come on, she gotta do better than that to make a solid excuse on why that person Chris is a bad influence. But she is always a bad influence that uses so many manipulation tactics to the point that she will give up. She probably should just give up now. If her close friends betrayed her after the realization, she will have no one but herself. Absolutely, I am gonna have to keep you guys updated about BA again just to see what other bullshit she planned on doing. Who knows, once her nonsense is revealed like what I've shown to guys in this video, she'll have no choice but to leave the
Actually, guys, I've been also trying to give you guys any updates, but there's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of shit going on here. Okay, that's enough for me right now. We're going to notifications. We're going to terminations again. This is what it says. This is what I said. This is the Bible right here. Matthew 18:6. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble, it would be better for him to have a great milestone fastened around around his neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea. Since you want to, and yeah, this quote right here actually means if those who wants to mess around with kids sexually, you will be fucked for it. You'll be screwed. Here's what I also said. If you want to defend pedophiles, you better just condemn your own religion, but rather use it as a prop. A shame of you. And this is what he says. I know that verse very well. I find it hard to believe. It directs those who harm children without cause. Meaning that of course, harming children with any type of harm. And this is what he also says. Communicating with someone like Elias is different from communicating with EDP and Diddy. Like this right here, this is what he just don't get it. Elias totally just sexually harassed a minor before. And as for Flipnote, who also goes by Animation Studios, that guy really just want this minor to be sexualized. And yeah, it is complete. Yeah, it is different from EDP and Diddy, but it doesn't. But yeah, that doesn't mean anything. But them actually committing pedophilia. Like four of these guys, Elias, Flipnote, EDP, Diddy, they're all pedophiles. This is what he also says. It's about the context of how people like Diddy and EDP don't come close to someone like Caitlyn. Caitlyn never even planned to meet with children in real life like the same way EDP did. Worse than, who are these users truly, and what were these users' intentions? So he literally is just saying that even if that like EDP, even if EDP trying to meet up with a minor, but comparing to a person who wants to sexualize a person online and wants to sexualize a minor is completely different. This is how wrong he is. This is how wrong he is. He's trying to compare the stuff and think that it's ironic. But it's ironic to him. It's very ironic to him trying to compare any type of actions the pedophiles do and saying that it's not much of a big deal than the others. Like, it doesn't matter. it doesn't really matter because they did pedophilia regardless. And this is the third one. Please do yourself a favor and not direct those who quote the code doesn't really mean what they said. Guys, I have to tell you guys something. Tim and Nations really believed in homophobic stuff. And he also believed what he said. He also believed what any type of stuff that says around gay people in the Bible. So he believes in that. But he's definitely a fake Christian when it comes to pedophilia. He just don't really understand. You don't really understand. So if he actually quoted as saying things in the Bible doesn't really mean nothing, then apparently he's trying to say that the Bible is useless, it's worthless. He's trying to say that the entire Bible is just all bullshit. He's saying that the Bible means nothing to him. He only believes in what he means. He don't give a fuck about the Bible. He's an antichrist. He's a fake Christian. And this is what I said. You probably still want to deny my quotes. You still want to deny any quotes of the Bible, rather than just be hypocritical, just to excuse the people that you rely, despite the comparisons. Despite the comparisons that makes people pedophiles. It do seem that you rather go against the Bible, rather than just follow and realize that the Bible. I said Bible. Sorry, guys, wrong spelling. Sorry, guys. It was used to protect all of us and those who are sinners, so they can face consequences. And yeah, I've been saying that he also has ChatGPT. And this is what he also says. When it comes to my brain in my hands, I don't need AI to help me make my point across. It kind of do make sense that he also has ChatGPT. It sort of makes sense. Yeah, of course, this guy actually think that he's think that we are making excuses, but this guy right here, he's the one making excuses here. He's the one who is friending pedophiles and thinking that they can be let slide. So what pedophiles would do after that? Who knows? They might harm more children. I can't trust pedophiles. We all shouldn't trust pedophiles here. Intimidation should know this. He should know this. And for what he has said right here, just a plain freaking excuse. He actually just, and yeah, I've been trying to repeat myself like many times. And of course that he just don't want to listen. He really just don't want to listen. And yeah, this is what Tim also says. He said that lesbians are pedos too. And yeah, he said that. He also said that as well. I know he said that. And yeah, he also said that people aren't better than pedophiles. Of course. So it really do make sense that intimidations like pedophiles. He rolls for pedophiles. He don't give a fuck about the victims. He don't care about the safety of children. He would just believe in his own self. He just don't care. He would just believe in opinions other than facts. He would just condemn any type of quotes from the Bible and just claiming that, and then actually claiming that people like pedophiles can be okay, but they're not. They're not. Like their entire mindset goes around on children. They have the attraction of children. They have that permanent mindset of that. And there's definitely no point. There's no point of trying to say that pedals can change, but they can't. Trust me, I've been attacked because of that claim like a lot before. I really am. Like most of the time, most of the drama I have had with people is mostly targeted on me. It's been mostly targeted on me. Well, not mostly, just most likely it's targeted on me. And yeah, he also says Tim also just pulled a Felino, calling minors pedophiles. And yeah, I remember that. I exposed that. But Tim actually saying that Tim is trying to trying to put an insult on minors, which it don't make no proper sense at all. It really don't. Anyway, that's it for intimidation. I'm going to remove my screen now. Oh, yeah, he also told him I had to kill himself, too. All right. So, it's 11:27. It's about to be 3 hours. Yeah, it's about to be 3 hours. And yes, we're going to wrap everything out. Also, I have to mute someone just to get a little clear, so people can hear me clearly. All right. So what's next? What's next for Podcast 109? Oh, I got 3 of them today. I've been thinking of three great special topics. And yeah, we're going to do this first one. We're going to discuss what's going on with everything PC gaming. That same guy who was weird to minors, and the same guy who really reminds me of Dan Sobel. Yeah, the person who goes by the name of everything PC gaming. Want to know for yourselves? Want to know the recap of this guy? You can just look him up. And yes, yes, we're gonna recover him after 2 weeks. Second topic is gonna be on a very special person. And that very special person is some guy who goes by the name of Animator320. And yeah, I don't know why, but certainly this is gonna be another topic that we're going to recover. And yes, this guy is completely sick to the stomach. And I feel like this is gonna be one of the good topics here for the AEIS for our next podcast. Third topic here. Excuse me. So what's the third topic? Joey Negro. Yeah, we're going to recover Joey Negro as well. And that's it. Those are the 3 topics that we're going to recover. And after that, we are just good to just gather more updates on Felino again. Yeah, we're still gonna have more updates on that guy just to make sure. All right. So it's 11:30 now. It's 2:50. This stream has been around for like 2 hours and 54 minutes.
I wonder what the Twinkies and cream juice done to Joey. I wonder what happened.
What?
I wonder what the Twinkies and prune juice did to Joey. I wonder what it did to him.
I don't know. I guess you have to find out.
What did he do? The hell did they do? Kill his family?
I guess you have to find out. Anyway, that is it. Anyway, that is all. We're going to wrap things up. So I'll see you all in a Saturday after next Saturday. Oh, what about Manda T? I'm gonna look her up. I'm going to find out about that. Oh, what about Jerry? What about Jerry? Jerry. You know, last time I found out about Jerry, he's gone. This dude's like inactive. I haven't even. But hey, Jerry, great. You know, we're good. Jerry is gonna be our fourth topic because what did Jerry done was extremely fucked up. Extremely fucked up. And I just can't. And yes, I am so excited to talk about Jerry now. And I can't believe that you actually just bring him up. And yeah, he is definitely gonna be the fourth topic of today. The topic for Saturday. Well, next Saturday after next Saturday. And who is he? Mary Rose? To be honest, though, I don't really know about Mary Rose. I don't know about doing Mary Rose, but we'll see. We'll see. You have to wait till Sunday. But you have to wait till Sunday because I don't know about Mary Rose. I know that she did fucked up shit. Even though she's a minor. But yeah, she do reminds me of another person. Of this particular person who did the same shit. And yeah, of course, this Mary Rose person, she had a bad grammar. She really have bad grammar. And yeah, of course, maybe Mary Rose can be the fifth topic. Mary Rose can be the fifth topic, okay? All right, so all right. So topics for 109. First, we're going to talk about everything PC gaming. Then we're going to talk about this person who goes by the name of Animator 320. And then we're going to talk about Joey Nigro, Jerry, and then Mary Rose. All right? Swag Gold, I don't know why he's still here. I don't know why he's still here.
I'm just quiet.
Yeah, he's just sticking around here. He's actually here, but the real reason why it was
discuss the first topic in this stream.
Yeah, the real reason why he's like really here just to discuss the first topic, and I thought he was going to leave too, but yeah, he stuck around, so I ain't really worried about him. So yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna get off now. I'm gonna go do my own thing.
All right, so long.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are the topics for 109. Everything PC gaming, Animator 320, Joey Nigro, Jerry, and Mary Rose. All right? Those are the 5 topics we're going to recover. Okay, it's going to be almost 3 hours. So I'm just going to wrap everything up. So long. I'm out of here. See you 109.